Okay, so let's continue the food portion of the cleanse when it comes to frequently asked questions. Let's have a lot of questions. That's good. Will progressive soup work for cleanse? Friendly vegetable or chicken soup? Okay. One of, um, one of the best things to do is to make your own soup because then you ensure that there's no crap in it. It's really important. If you buy any type of canned or pre-made food when it comes to the cleanse, you have to look at the label. What's in the label? Does it have added sugars? Does it have any of the seed oils? Does it have anything? Let's make this easy. On the label, does it have anything that's on the avoid list? Because then it's not going to work. Also, if it says on the label, bioengineered, it's not going to work. If it's not organic with the protein, like the chicken soup, then you're not going to want to do it. All right. So it's really important. The food choices that you make may not be the answer that you want when it comes to that question. It's about looking at the labels. I can't give you a recommendation for a soup because I don't eat canned soup. I'm not trying to sound snobby. I just don't. It's just like I'm the same when it comes to salad dressings. I won't eat pre-made salad dressings. If I eat pre-made soup, I must have been really sick and I couldn't cook it. But again, look at the ingredient list, look at your avoid list, just make sure that there's nothing on the avoid list. You're going to be best of doing everything fresh because then it's not denatured, it doesn't have any preservatives, it's not higher in sodium, and you know that you're just getting the good things that you need to get for the cleanse phase of the reset system, hormone reset system program, however you want to put it. What is zucchini vegetable medley? Google has some weird results. Okay, so zucchini vegetable medley can be anything. It can be green zucchini with like yellow zucchini or squash. It can have cauliflower and carrots in it. I like to make my own. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll do like a cauliflower rice. It's pre-made, it's organic. I get it at Costco. And then I will start cooking the zucchini, green zucchini, yellow squash, slice it up, season it with like, oh man, what is it? Bob's? Now I can't remember. Oh goodness, I can't remember the seasoning that I use, but it has no crap in it. Let's put it that way. Salt, pepper, fresh garlic, throw in the cauliflower rice. It's really good. It's yummy. But you can make a zucchini vegetable medley. You can really do anything that you want. And I'll add broccoli in there at times as well. Is yogurt allowed on the cleanse? Is there a non-coconut option? Okay, there's soy. There is goat. It's sometimes hard to find. You do not have to do the yogurt. If you cannot find, or if you do not like coconut, and or if you cannot have coconut. Again, it's going back and looking at the labels and identifying, is there any added sweeteners? Is there anything in there that I am not supposed to have? In coconut yogurt, there's a lot of sugar. Are we more concerned about dairy than sugar, and why? Okay. This particular question, I remember when this individual asked this question, the reason she asked it, because there was a lot of sugar because she got picked up a flavored coconut yogurt. So you have to make sure that you're looking for plain coconut yogurt or any type of plain unsweetened yogurt, non-dairy or non-cow dairy source of yogurt in order to use it. You are concerned with both dairy and the amount of sugar. You do not want any added sugar. We're not talking because you're not doing dairy, so you're not getting the lactose and you're not getting milk sugar, but we don't want the added sugar, okay? And why? Well, actually, no, there is no why, because we're concerned with both. Where do I buy the needed collagen? Okay, collagen is not necessarily needed. It's great for your stomach. If you can't find it, then you don't have to do it. We have an amazing collagen creatine HMB. Depending on when you listen to this, it could be released right now. It's coming soon. Just depends on when you hear this recording. I cannot wait. But why is collagen great? Collagen is going to help heal your gut. It's going to help as far as protein source. It's going to help with your skin, hair, nails, muscle, all the things. And when we are fasting, bone broth and or collagen is a great way to break your fast because it's easier on the stomach. And again, it heals the gut. And remember, that's one of the things that we are focusing on. Can I have gluten-free bread, pastas, or tortillas? You can, but it's not recommended during the cleanse phase. I'm not saying that you can't. I just don't recommend it. I know I've talked about it before. You have to look at the bread, you have to look at the pasta, you have to look at the tortillas to make sure, because often when something is gluten-free, they replace it with corn. Corn you cannot have. It doesn't matter if it's organic because it is naturally a high inflammatory grain. So you have to look at the ingredients to make sure whatever you're choosing, because even a lot of these gluten-free products out here, even though they're gluten-free, they have the seed oils as well. So they're having the oils that you're supposed to stay away from that wreak havoc on your hormones and your metabolism. Look at the labels. Best rule of thumb is not to eat anything that is processed during the cleanse. I know that's not easy, and I'm not saying that you can't do the gluten-free breads, pastas, or tortillas. I'm just saying best rule of thumb is to do everything whole, fresh food and nothing prepackaged for a period of time outside of maybe a protein. And that is if you don't eat fish and you're trying to get your protein source in, enough protein in. Where do I buy plant-based protein? You can go right on Amazon. You can go to your local Whole Foods store to identify the protein. People always say, well, what plant protein do you recommend? I do not use plant protein any longer. I'm dairy intolerant, I'm gluten intolerant, and I'm definitely corn intolerant. However, I've gone through the process of healing my gut and I've identified some quality proteins that are grass-fed, grain finish, 5 ingredients or less. So I've actually respond really well to those proteins. If you want to know what they are, you can go ahead and go to the communication app and I will tell you what those protein powders are. When it comes to plant-based proteins, I don't, and the reason that certain things I don't like recommending. Why is that? It's because we have different palates. And a protein that I might like, okay, if I like it because of the taste and you don't, I don't know what to do for you. But I can tell you this is that just look for the quality of the protein. You can go on Amazon, again, looking at the labels to make sure that it doesn't have any of the ingredients that you might be intolerant to, any of the ingredients that are on the avoid list. That's the key to this part of the cleanse. I know it can feel like maybe cumbersome, be a pain in the butt, but it's only 14 days. You can do anything for 14 days. Some of you might be doing it for 6 weeks. We'll talk about that. But you can do anything for 14 days. Trust me, you got this. So let's go ahead and move on. Continue with the cleanse FAQs when it comes to food. Organic bone broth. Is it needed now or after the cleanse? Organic bone broth, as I already mentioned, is awesome. Collagen is awesome, especially when you are cleansing, fasting. And it's definitely, you can have it, right? But you're like, well, I'm not supposed to have beef. Totally different, right? Because the bone broth, you're getting the collagen in the bone broth, you're getting the gelatin, you're getting medicinal properties. And it's actually easier to digest than eating the whole protein, as far as the beef. It's great for your digestive system. It's great for your gut. It's great for your immune system. So is it needed? It's not a Like if you don't want to do it, you don't have to, but it's definitely a good bonus. Hopefully that answers the question right. Where do you get champagne vinegar? Okay, so I always talk about champagne vinegar. Why? Because that's how I make one of my dressings. However, sometimes it's hard to find. Why do I like champagne vinegar? Because there's a different effervescence to it. It has a brighter flavor or taste, and you will notice it once you've had it. You're going to notice that in your dressing, but you can do red wine vinegar, you could do balsamic vinegar, you could do apple cider vinegar, you could do a white grape vinegar. You can do any vinegar if you can't find champagne vinegar. Lately, I have not been able to find it at all. But so you might need to go online and do a search in Amazon for some champagne vinegar. Again, and just make sure there's none of the crap that's not supposed to be in there when it comes to you and the cleanse guidelines. We have no nuts in our home. Is there a nut replacement? Okay. You don't have to do nuts. It's just a great source of fat with some protein. So you don't have to do it. The replacement would be is just make sure that you're getting the right amount of protein in and that you're getting the right amount of fat in for your cleanse macros. So the replacement can be pumpkin seeds, sesame seeds, any type of quality seed that doesn't, then that it can be roasted, it can be raw, but if it's roasted, make sure that they didn't use any of the seed oils or the oils that are on the avoid list. What is the dirty dozen? If you've gone through the Hormone Reset 101 guide and mini course, you will see within the guide, we have the list of your dirty dozen and your clean 15. And this is an organization that tracks pesticides, herbicides, chemicals that you find in your food. Dirty dozen are the top 12 foods that you should buy organic because they're so crappy. Plain and simple. The clean 15 are the ones that don't necessarily need to be organic because they have the lowest amount of chemicals and crap. It's updated every year, but you have that list in your Hormone Reset 101 guide. So I answered this before, and we call it, you can call it the smoothie, hormone balancing smoothie, recharge smoothie. It's just a great smoothie. And it's a recipe within your example menu. Already answered the question when it comes to like the plant protein powder. Just make sure, I mean, there's, again, if you want me to give you a brand, there's a few different brands. Go into our community app and ask the question there, because sometimes the type of proteins I find that I feel that might be better change, because things are always improving. People are coming out with new products. And then we'll just go from there. Yeah. Okay. So there we have it. I'll see you guys on the next FAQ. That wraps up the FAQs when it comes to your food. Talk to you later.